God save the King!
Prince William and Princess Kate have been described as boring by means of an outstanding UK columnist who entreated him to take a leaf out of Harry's book. The Duke of Sussex's go-to Britain seems to have ramped up stress on the Prince and Princess of Wales, with the dialogue about Harry taking on an extra high-quality tone. Nowhere used to be that clearer than in the Daily Mail columnist Amanda Plattell, who ruffled feathers amongst Sussex supporters earlier than scarier backlash from the different aspect of the fence. After Harry's arrival in the United Kingdom, she wrote a column headlined, "Prince Harry is a shameless hypocrite. I understand the actual purpose he visited the Queen's grave to no longer be taken in by way of his act." Harry visited Queen Elizabeth II's last resting vicinity in St. George's Chapel in Windsor on Monday earlier than his first formal engagement, the Well Child Awards, in London. How ought to he have carried out so, after all the harm and ache he prompted her, the Queen, and the monarchy in her ultimate years? Plattell wrote. Let's hope he used to be on his knees begging for forgiveness after the merciless and calculating way he and Meghan traduced the royal family for the Sussexes' ill-gotten millions. By Friday, though, her tone used to be relatively different. William and Kate have come to be the Prince and Princess of boring. This is why they want to give up skulking round and take a leaf out of Harry's book. The headline read. Plattell used to be express in her replica that she had carried out an about-turn, ahead of Prince Harry's whirlwind 4-day, pseudo-royal tour. Many, myself included, brushed aside it as simply some other determined and calculated strive to ingratiate himself into the royal fold. After all, that is what he and his spouse Meghan rely on to make their Netflix millions. Yet I have to confess I was once possibly too cynical. Harry's go-to introduced us something we have no longer viewed for a very lengthy time from the royals, laughter and joy. Which leaves many of us asking why William and Kate have determined to cover away and come to be the Prince and Princess of boring. Supporters of the Waleses wasted no time taking her and different commentators who praised Harry to task. One wrote on X, WTF is Daily Mail enjoying at? William and Kate have become the Prince and Princess of boring, with the aid of Amanda Plattell. There's an alternate in the air. The majority of us relate to William and Catherine and their devotion to every other. Their household and duty. Give me, boring, any time over a clown prince and his interest searching for first wife. This is now not the first time William and Kate have been referred to as boring. Take, for example, a piece through Mail columnist Jan Moyer headlined, Mr. and Mrs. Bland. The Mail disagrees, but Jan Moyer says she is dissatisfied in Kate and William, due to the fact their American tour proves simply how dull the royal couple have become. That was once posted in December 2014, 2 years earlier than Meghan Markle entered royal life. Earlier this year, Moyer wrote, during the Australian tour, a wisp of doubt crept in. Then there was once a developing suspicion when they trotted via King's Cross station in baseball caps. Earlier than the lousy reality emerged on their whistle-stop tour to New York this week. Which is that alternatively you appear at it? Be you Republican or Royalist? The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have grown to be a terrible, horrible disappointment to us all. I'm sorry, however they have. Nearly 4 years after they married at Westminster Abbey, in a fairy tale ceremony that used to be gasping in its gorgeousness. The gilt is off the gingerbread. The bloom has long passed from the rose. From the recommendations of her preferred nude footwear to the pinnacle of his Homer Simpson forehead, Kate and Wills have proved themselves to be as dull, stupid as Windsor moat water. They are high street, no longer excessive class. Disquiet over whether or not they had been boring, or work-shy, as Rupert Murdoch's tabloid The Sun used to name them, disappeared after Meghan's arrival in the palace precipitated a royal storm. The social justice generation had been frightening a backlash from conservatives at the genuine second that socially aware Harry and Meghan fell out with William and Kate. The fighting traces had been drawn in best symmetry to the wider societal debate about woke, modern politics. And the right-wing papers in Britain wasted no time identifying whose facet they had been on. Now, though, Harry and Meghan have stopped firing their royal bombshells. They additionally spend much less time channeling socially mindful causes. Meghan's principal initiatives are a cooking exhibit and an online lifestyle shop. With Charles and Kate's fitness stated to be beneath control, the ocean in which the royals swim has emerged as a long way extra tranquil. That might also nicely have opened up house for the ever-hungry UK media to demand extra from William and Kate. The tabloid criticism of Prince William and Kate following Prince Harry's UK visit. The headline, Prince William and Kate labelled boring by Tabloid after Harry visit, refers to recent media commentary in the UK press. Particularly a column in the Daily Mail, where columnist Amanda Platel criticised the Prince and Princess of Wales for appearing subdued and unengaging during Prince Harry's high-profile trip to Britain in early September 2025. This narrative emerged as Harry, the Duke of Sussex, returned for a 4-day visit focused on charity work, including events tied to the Diana Awards and a private meeting with his father, King Charles III. The visit was portrayed as a success, bringing laughter and joy to royal coverage, which contrasted sharply with William and Kate's more reserved public appearances. Key details from the column. In her September 12, 2025, piece titled, William and Kate have become the Prince and Princess of Boring. This is why they need to stop skulking around and take a leaf out of Harry's book, or risk Charles's wrath. Platel, a longtime critic of Harry and Meghan, admitted she had underestimated Harry's trip. She described it as a wake-up call for William, praising Harry's buoyant and joyful demeanour while engaging with ill children and staff at the Diana Awards in London. In contrast, she highlighted William's sombre participation in a World Suicide Prevention Day conference in Cardiff and Kate's visits to 2 textile factories, calling them worthy but lacking spark. Platel urged the couple to stop skulking and emulate Harry's energy to avoid drawing King Charles's ire, noting reports that the king is currently less irritated by Harry than by his heir. This isn't isolated. Royal biographer Tina Brown echoed similar sentiments in her September 12 Substack newsletter, Fresh Hell, calling Harry's appearances a breath of fresh air after years of family drama. She described William as sober and appropriate, and Kate as infinitely perfect, implying a sterile perfection that feels dull. Brown suggested Harry's success is bad news for the Prince of Wales, as it highlights the Wallaces' lighter schedule amid ongoing scrutiny of their work ethic. Broader media context. The criticism taps into a recurring theme in tabloid reporting, pre-Meghan era complaints about William and Kate being work-shy or uninspiring, which resurfaced post-Harry's visit. Outlets like Newsweek, The Daily Beast, and Marker amplified Platel's column, noting how Harry's pseudo-royal tour, capped by a reconciliatory tea with Charles, shifted public focus and reignited debates about royal relevance. Some reports suggest palace frustration with William and Kate's family prioritizing approach, especially as Harry extended his impact with a surprise pledge to support Ukraine's war wounded through the Invictus Games. On X, formerly Twitter, the story gained traction quickly, with Newsweek's chief royal correspondent Jack Royston posting about it on September 15, linking to their coverage and noting the irony of it mirroring old, boring royals tropes. Other posts from news aggregators like Instabar echoed the headline, driving viral discussion. Why this matters. Harry's visit, his first major UK outing since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, appears to have thawed relations with Charles but exacerbated tensions with William, who reportedly has no plans to reconcile soon. Critics argue the Wallaces' buttoned-up image risks alienating the public in an era craving charisma, while supporters see their steadiness as a deliberate contrast to Harry's ginger-whinger past. As of September 16, 2025, no official response from Kensington Palace has been issued. But the story underscores ongoing royal family dynamics amid health recoveries, Kate's cancer treatment, and public expectations.